What up, everybody? I'm Jada Kid. That's Broke Boy Bray.
Yo, yo, yo.
And we starting out the episode with just saying that, we thank you guys for joining us in the new year. This is Four Ropes for a Podcast. And we're starting out 2025. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling pretty good, it's gonna be a great day.
Man, you know what? It is because today we got a special guest. We got rookie upstart coming straight from Capital City Wrestling and Maritime Wrestling Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, how you feeling today, man?
I'm good, guys. Thanks for having me.
Man, it's an honor to have a little bit of your time and everything. Us, coming out, with the podcast and everything. We pretty much just, always love, hearing about wrestling. What makes people fans of wrestling, and basically what pushes their career to go towards that area because some people always have that dream but never really chase it, and then once they try to chase it it's a little bit too late for them and everything. But for you and everything, how was your journey, starting out getting into wrestling?
Um, well, it obviously starts as being a fan, right? You always start as being a fan.
Right.
I watched WrestleMania, like the original old school one with my grandfather when I was about 4 years old, and I've been hooked ever since. Like, uh, late in my life, I decided to pursue the actual dream of wrestling.
Hmm.
Um, I'm what you call an older rookie. I started training at 42.
Mm.
So
Really?
I'm one of those guys that put it off, and then at the last moment said, "You know what? It's now or never." Uh, for me, it was very personal. Uh, my partner, my fiance, of the last 20 years, she got cancer, and
Wow.
it kind of changed how I thought about everything and how I wanted to approach things, and live my life and everything. And yeah, so I took the plunge. I joined Maritime Wrestling Academy.
Man, that is
I would
awesome.
say, but that's inspiring though. It's like, as Jess was saying, like, people tend to sometimes just like put their dreams on hold. And it's so inspiring to see that, like, even with everything that's happened in your life, you still, wanted to pursue this dream and now you're taking advantage of it. And, look how far you've come. It's like, it's amazing.
Exactly. Because, like, me saying is, like, most guys, who have that dream, like, and they get older and everything like that, like, they just really don't, like, pursue it. And then, like, they miss out on the what ifs. It's like, being able to say that you went through all of that traumatic experience just to come out and, start out your career. And it looks like it's well, like, if you check his page out and everything like that, it's like it's not people who's scared of his mask and everything like that. Like people interact with him at these shows, like kids enjoy him and everything. So it's really like as long as you have that passion for it, starting out, it might seem like, maybe it doesn't work for you and everything, but like it can. It's like you hear like starting out, like exactly his story and everything. And as we get to talking more about it, it's just it's a real, I think we're gonna have a good conversations today. Definitely.
Well, that was it, right? Like I didn't want any of those what ifs. I didn't want to look back on it in like 10 years and be like, man, I could have done this or I should have done that or
Hmm.
any of that stuff. So after she got the diagnosis, cancer free, by the way, she's cancer free.
Love that.
Man,
Congrats to
So
her.
congratulations.
thank you. After the diagnosis and everything, it really changed my way of thinking. Hers too. We do more, we enjoy more. It's really one of those things where it kind of opens your eyes to how fragile life is and how if you have an opportunity and you believe in it, and you're passionate about it, go for it.
Exactly. Exactly. And as we getting on into it and everything like that, we have our boy coming in, LC from 773. How you doing
Yeah,
today,
you
brother?
know, man. What's going on? What's going on?
Man. So you missed out a little bit, so we're gonna recap you for a second for a little bit of information about DemoniK. So DemoniK has his girlfriend. I'm sorry,
What?
girlfriend, wife. I'm sorry, my apologies. She is now cancer free, but when she started having cancer, correct me or not, Mr. DemoniK, at any time. Um, Basically, he started his wrestling career out in his 40s. So it's
42.
like 42 years old when he started his wrestling career, training at Maritime Wrestling, while also, having, his wife, ill with, cancer and everything like that. And for her to be cancer free, by the way, it's great. We're gonna give that a round of applause real quick.
Shouts out to the wife. Shouts out to the wife.
Like
And
that's
thank you
that's
again, Money,
awesome.
for being on today.
But
Appreciate that. Yes.
as you know, when we start our interviews out and everything like that, we usually do a just set of questions and everything. Just getting to know life of a wrestler. Picking the mind of independent talent. Just because we always want to know. Just like the challenges or just some information that you could share with us about your experiences and everything. Just because being wrestling fans and everything like that, you don't really get a chance to really, see it from, a different point of view and everything. Viewing it as a consumer and everything like that, you always usually typically tweak out, certain things that wrestlers do. But you being a wrestler yourself and everything, you get a chance to be inside the ring and learning and developing relationships with the people you competing against. So we just want to know what that's like.
I've been very fortunate. Basically, at Maritime Wrestling Academy, we have more than one trainer. So we you guys are familiar with.
Hmm.
Uh, he coaches on Tuesdays, and then most Thursdays is either Kirk Obey or Ryan O'Ryan. And we have this really cool mix. I definitely call it like sweet and sour. Like we have the the high speed, high technical lucha stuff from Pantana, and then we have the traditional wrestling and power stuff from the other guys. So like it's a really cool experience. I've gotten very close with Fantana. He has been fantastic to me. Can't say that enough. I've also been fortunate enough to travel with Giant Orion, uh, and then some of my fellow class, like the guys in AWOL,
I was gonna get into that.
Star Child, Oliver, Ricky Mortis, uh, the Mauler. All these guys have been great, and I've been lucky enough that we've trained a couple of good refs as well. Turkey and uh, like we've been very fortunate that we've built like this little community, and it's been really cool to see. I started training in June of 2023,
Hmm. Okay.
so I'm still very much a work in progress. I mean, it's weird to hear somebody refer to me as a professional wrestler because I'm still very new. I'm 11, 12 matches in. Um, so it's still fresh, new. I'm still very much uh, working on the little things.
Yeah, I can respect that. But I don't mean, to put it like in a way of like, um honestly, I just feel like, when I use the term professional wrestler, I mainly just like anybody who steps foot in that ring and does it for a living and as a passion and everything like that. I consider them a professional wrestler. Like at the moment, as soon as you step in the ring, as soon as you put your feet in the ring, like you're literally that person. Like you're that person that I'm viewing from my seat down. It's like, it's just being able to experience that. We've had conversations on this show actually, where we talk about what would we be if we were professional wrestlers, like why haven't we done that yet and things like that. We've had those questions and everything, so it's just us being able to say that a dream is to be in a professional wrestling company or to, work with one and everything. It's just like being able to speak with guys who actually are in that company and actually taking steps to get better, even being an upstart 11, 12 matches in and everything. If you catch some of his highlights on his Instagram page and everything, like you don't see too much of rookie when like I see you wrestling. Like you have a clean grasp on the move sets and everything. Like I feel like even you being 42 and everything, I wouldn't have known that if you didn't tell me. It's just like it's a clean way of how you get in the ring and exactly how you move in it. Like you don't move like an average 42-year-old person does in the ring, especially with the speed. Like it's just like if y'all haven't got a chance to check it
Yeah,
out
I was just
again,
saying,
like
I know
I'm
exactly
gonna
what you
put some
mean.
stuff like legit in like some of the video pages down below to where like y'all can go and see some of his work because he had a good I think it was like a big old tournament that you had. I think it was a gauntlet, I believe. It was like I believe Fantana was in it, I believe Fuego Dragon, um
Is that
Wesley,
the
and
Royal
then
Rumble
Ricky
where the
Morris.
top rope broke?
You said what?
Is that the Royal Rumble where the top rope broke?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
we
so
we
it's
watching
like
those clips. Yeah,
yeah, so it's like, I'm watching like that and everything. So it's just like, seeing how crisp you are in the ring and everything and how you just keep it professional. It's not like, you making mistakes in the ring and people are just like not interested. It's like people interact with you and people pretty much have been a fan of the mask. And it's like we want to get into the mask a little bit more too. But I'm gonna pass it over to Brajan, and Brajan, go ahead and ask him the question.
Like you said, you only started wrestling back in, June of 2023, which is very impressive because, like I said, if we did not get this information on this pod, I would not have known just because I would have thought you were, wrestling for a bit longer. You had your foot in the door for a bit longer. But knowing that you've only been wrestling for 2 years, how does it feel to like actually be, a wrestler, getting to do all these things that you wanted to do in the profession? Just how does that feel?
You know what, man? It's hard to come up with a word to describe it. Grateful comes to mind. Uh, as like some of the stuff, like you can't put a price on it. Locker room for Eric Rowan's last match before he went back to WWE.
Mm.
Like that was a crazy experience. I've got to meet so many people and like guys who have no professional interest in me have been kind enough to offer me their wisdom and their criticisms and things like that. So I mean, guys like there's a wrestler by the name of New Hook who has been fantastic to me every time I've seen him. He always has a little thing that I can tweak, a little way that I can get better. So I mean, see guys wanting to help you, that's been awesome. Uh, it's been I sum it up in one word. I'm very grateful for the experience because I could have easily said, you know what, I'm too old for this,
Hmm.
and went
Yeah,
on and
me
found
too.
something else to do. But
See?
this is it's always been a part of me. Now I am a part of it. I guess is kind of how I view it.
That's what's up. I love that. Yeah, that's amazing. That's what I was kind of thinking, just because like deep down, I kind of always have had a little passion for being a wrestler, but just things have changed and my dream has changed in life. But it's always still inspiring to see people who kind of are in my similar situation, like they love the sport, they love what it is, kind of tailgate their way back to it and end up finding out this was something that they should have pursued a while ago. And so it's just like I said, and crazy inspiring just to see that you have taken those steps and how far you've come in the short time that you have been wrestling.
Thank you.
All right.
definitely.
All right, Chris, it's on you.
Alrighty. So one of my main things, I'm always the guy since we've all grown up, pretty much been attracted to the story behind the mask and what actually makes the mask not just on screen character, but it actually has some life influence on everything. It's like I know you say, within the last couple years or so, you really just got your feet into everything, but you've still been doing it longer than pretty much a lot of people have actually went out and took that chance to even take them chance on themselves for pro wrestling. So, I always like to try to get that backstory and the understanding of what's the story, not only behind the mask, but behind the name itself.
Okay. Um, there's two stories behind the mask. One, how I found the guy who made it, and then one behind how it actually is. I'll start with the guy who made it. I was very lucky. I was messing around on Etsy, and I saw these leather masks that looked kind of creepy. I was like, geez, like with a different harness system, that would be really cool for a wrestler.
Mm.
And just on a whim, I reached and know it, but it was William Rockwell who
Oh,
you'd recognize his work from like Andrade, Mustafa
yeah.
Ali, like these high level guys. I had no idea who I was dealing with, so I just got him a message, struck up a conversation, and one thing led to another, and he agreed to make my mask.
Like a pro
Uh,
wrestler.
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's
it
I
was
say
the weirdest
that's
thing.
insane.
Yeah.
yeah, man. That's cool.
Like he obviously has clients that are way bigger, way more important than myself. But the fact that he made time and actually on was crazy. When I found out who he was, at first I was just like some guy who makes masks. And then I found out who he was and what his clientele and everything was, and I was blown away. As for the design of the mask itself, it goes back to look at my social. There's a second mask that I wear. It's on my shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I come out with a second mask over uh, this one, and then I usually peel it off and reveal this one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it started with taking that mask and trying to make it more gruesome, more horror.
Right.
And the only feedback I ever gave him about the original design was I wanted less lucha, more horror, and that I wanted to be able to use my hair because I wanted that out as kind of like almost like snakes or something. I don't know what was going through my mind, but
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, definitely.
uh,
Give it its own life.
this idea of having the back of it open. Um, so he came with this design, which I'm very fortunate about because it's all leather. Like this is solid leather, and if you look, like there's incredible detail. Like there's horns here,
Yeah.
Oh,
and if you look, like you can see, right? So
that that's
Yeah.
fire. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's so
yeah,
nice.
So,
very fortunate, and it fits great. My last match did have a wardrobe malfunction because I didn't check my straps properly, but
Ah.
I won't be making that mistake again.
it
Hey, it's
Uh,
all good. It's a trial
You
and
live
error
and you
process.
learn.
happens,
You live and you
man. It
learn.
oh,
happens. So, a
it's funny
question.
because I was in there with Fantana, who was my trainer, my mentor, and post match up, I give him one in the back, I hook him up for a straight jack, and I give him a lung blower, and my fly out here. So I had to catch it, slap it back on.
Uh, man.
Yeah,
So,
so it was kind of funny.
uh, so what does DemoniK do in his free time when he's away from wrestling? Like, what is like? What are some things that you are passionate about outside of the ring?
Uh, you know what, man? I am a dad of three. I've got three sons. My boys are 10, 8, and 6. So when I'm not wrestling or not uh, aiming to wrestle, I'm just a regular, boring old dad. Uh,
Man.
uh, my boys, one of them is obsessed with wrestling. One is an artist, and the other is Sonic the Hedgehog maniac. So they're all different. They all have their individual things that they love, and it's genuinely the great thing of my life watching them grow and become who they're going to become.
Yep. We're gonna go ahead and clap for that.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Man,
amazing. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
being able to, live your dream and, be a dad, me and Chris both being parents ourselves and everything, we understand, the life of, working and also, being there as a provider, as, support, and things like that, while also, having your kids support your dreams as well and everything. Like, that's amazing to be able to, juggle the life of being a professional wrestler and a full time dad and everything. That's pretty dope, man. That's fire. That's
Thank
fire.
you.
Bray, you got anything?
Not right now, no.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead actually and jump into a little game. Usually, when we have guests on, we do a blind rank. So basically, we are going to be blind ranking dark wrestling characters. So you, Broke Boy Bray, and LC are going to have to blindly rank dark characters in wrestling. I got a list of 10 here. Y'all gonna tell me exactly where y'all put them at, okay?
Okay,
We're
let's
gonna
do
start.
this.
All right, we're gonna start with Kevin Thorne.
Mm.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Hot minute.
Where does he get ranked? 1 through 10.
I believe that gimmick was like a vampire like, demonic like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I
it was a
mean,
vampire, and
yeah,
arguably Martinez was more over than him. But
yeah, yeah. Then it's
Yeah.
like,
uh,
She, yeah,
yeah,
she had.
Gangrel and everybody going around through that one.
All right. So where y'all putting them at?
Kevin Thorne.
Bray.
That was a small time in ECW.
Very short time. Very, very short.
Seeing as like I'm not really, I saw enough of the work to be like, all right, I can kind of rank that on, where I put him and the Undertaker at. That'd have to be like a one or a two spot. And it's no disrespect to the character, but it was already being done like 10,000 times over.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
can
you
agree with
gotta
that.
do something a little bit different just to get it out there. Something that
Hold
would
up.
put him on the
You
main roster for that.
so you ranking him where?
Either one or two. 10 being the best, right?
No,
No,
one being the
When
best.
when did you switch that? When is one being the greatest?
1 through 10. You just
One
heard
through
me say
10.
1 through
One
10.
through 10. And every other time we've done a 1 through 10, 10 was the best.
I think it has been like that every other time.
Yes, it has.
I guess if y'all want to do it that way, all right, fine. Kevin Thorne is 2. All right, next. This one gonna break my heart if y'all lowball him. I ain't gonna lie to you. Monsters Ball. We got Abyss.
This, yeah, I was gonna say that's the only person I can think of when you hear Monsters Ball. I definitely
This
wanted
is a
a
great
Abyss
character.
versus Prime King or Taker, Sting, anybody in like that peak, especially when Abyss was having his time in the sun with it. That
Mm-hmm.
would have been something great to see.
All right.
And he's like the
see,
only,
this
yeah,
feels low.
yeah.
This feels low, but I'm gonna start with 5,
5.
just
I
because
can
You know
respect that,
what?
That's
DemoniK.
that's
I was thinking
respected.
that too, kind of
Yeah,
like middle of the
he only
road.
second on the list. Yeah,
Like middle of the road. Abyss is a good character, but he's not like one of those like overly crazy like demonic characters, or like one of those like guys that's just like when you see him, you just like you're supposed to fear him. So like I feel
right.
like that's
He's
that's
he's
perfectly
death
fine for
match,
Abyss.
1000%.
All
Death
right.
match.
All right.
That's what I think of when I hear Abyss.
well, I'm
Okay.
just thinking that like there's still so many characters that haven't said yet.
Hmm. Yeah,
that
that's what I'm like. It gotta be something.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Next one we gonna do Gangrel.
Ooh.
I seen that one coming. If we got Abyss at 5, Thorn at 2. Gangrel is one of the most well known for getting that over. Not only with the Brood and everything else he did with New Brood and everything, even to Judgment Day Edge, you could definitely still see that implication of,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was a nice pass of the torch for it.
Okay, okay.
I
Bray?
mean, on my end, I have to say like number 7 for me personally.
I was thinking like a 6, just because he has been so influential to like the Brood with Christian and Edge, then the Brood with the Hardys, and just kind of like how their career turned on. Like you said, when Edge kind of the Judgment Day, kind of bringing that darker edge back to him, it kind of relates back. So I can agree with 7, but I think I'll probably put him at 6. But we decide on 7, that's fine.
6-7.
DemoniK?
Um, I have to agree with 7 myself. Just that sounds about right. Like I said, there's still a lot of big names that haven't come out yet. Um, yeah, I'm good with 7, 6,
All
7.
right. All right. Next, we got, and also, let me start out by saying this list is specifically coming from Bleachers Report's top 10. So this is where y'all are ranking what Bleacher Report
Oh,
ranks.
I seen that list.
Let's see if you remember who gonna be next, because now we got Papa Shango.
Mm.
Okay, very different. Remember that Godfather switch? Even though that was like definitely in that early stage era trying to understand it.
I mean, I mean, you know, I'm just gonna say you wild for trying to diss Papa Shango like that.
I mean,
Cause I mean, just because my man put down the face paint and the
I saw him
skulls
do
and
like
stuff, like
it was a
he was
different
able
character.
to
You saw
go.
him step into a whole different role.
So I mean, hey, sometimes you got to be a pimp and a soul getter. Like I don't know, like that ain't got that. I mean,
You can have more than one hobby.
I mean, you taking spirit
That's
and hoes.
that's
That ain't
two
got nothing to
completely
do with
different
me.
hobbies.
I'm just
That's a
saying.
life changing hobby right there.
I'm just saying. You could make the Ultimate Warrior sick and call a girl a hoe at that time. Like it was
Wow,
it. I ain't say
that's
I
definitely
agree.
attitude
I'm
for you.
just saying in that era it was like that.
So are you saying like he owned the souls of the hoes, or like?
I mean, we
He could
don't
have did
know.
that.
I
He could have
mean,
I
did.
mean,
He should have just smashed the
theoretically he
character.
could.
I
Yeah,
mean, he could have. I mean, he didn't say he lost his powers. He never said he
that's what I'm
lost his
saying. You can
powers.
have
He
more
just.
than one
I'm
hobby.
just saying, like maybe that's how he got. Maybe that's how he got hoes in every city they went to. Like he just
Let me
dug
find
up the
out this how the
souls,
Godfather
all of
comes
them.
back to wrestling.
You know.
It's gonna be
But
insane.
we gonna move on. We gonna move on. So I mean, where do we put Papa Shango though?
We put Gangrel at
Y'all
six,
put him at
seven.
7.
We put him at
Yeah.
7.
Papa Shango. We still don't know who on that list.
See, I
Y'all.
found it a bit too cartoony. Like looking back, like
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see that.
It was like a boogeyman without the extra movement.
It's
Without that
like
He still
aspect
had
that like
some
made it
movement. Yeah.
terrifying.
it's
Yeah.
Boogeyman, but if Boogeyman came from Timu, Papa Shango coming
Well,
down the
New
ramp is
Orleans
not
version of
scary at
boogeyman.
all.
No,
Papa
you gotta give it
Shango walked down the
some
ring
yippee.
like he had an itch on his back that he couldn't get to. I'm, no disrespect. I love the man, but it's just like that.
Oh my god.
Him walking down was crazy. But me personally, if I was ranking, then I ain't gonna lie to you, it's going at 4. It's going at
Yeah, I
4
had to
if it
say
was for me.
I was gonna say like three,
six.
4.
Yeah, I had to say like 6. Seeing this is overall work, but it's like just based off the character itself
But
and the
at the
list
same time, I
itself.
wouldn't
Yeah,
even choose that like version of him just because like I would choose right to censor before I chose Papa Shango just because it made no sense. And
but
it's
that
like,
shows his range though. Like, hey, I can do it. You give me some random stuff, I can try to make it work.
okay, okay. Bray, what you thinking?
Yeah, I agree with Chris. We can throw him at 6.
DemoniK,
Yeah, let's do 6.
6. I bet. I bet. Next, we got Mankind.
Ah,
Ooh,
that's definitely one of the biggest names.
Yeah.
he has
Which
to go.
version
He has to be higher on the list.
Yeah.
He's got to be higher. That's the thing. He's gonna have to be like up there.
Right.
which
Yeah.
version of mankind?
Yeah.
Oh, the first,
I
not
was a
not not t-shirt, not t-shirt. We talking about, yeah, we talking about starting out
Talking about
Mankind.
like
We ain't
pulling his
using
hair out,
attitude.
mankind.
Yeah, nah, we can't use attitude era Mankind. As much as I would love to, we starting out like the menacing, like the weird dark character thing. Like we can't do Mrs. Foley's baby boy in the '90s. Unfortunately, we got to do like starting out Mankind.
I mean, you've already seen how that has taken off pretty much within capitalizing on trajectory for careers. Yeah, man, I have to say like, because you only halfway through that list, you either when they say like a 9, it's Mankind.
All right,
Known for that mandible claw, you got that passed down to the Fiend, which I'm quite sure is on this list, and that's a good pass to that end over there. It's
demonic.
like,
See, that one's hard because, like, when you look at the revolution, it started as one thing, it was morphed into something else. But if you just take that beginning part, um, I don't know. I'd have to go middle of the pack again, somewhere around like we've most of the middle. What's left in the middle?
I think like
Let's see, y'all use the number 2 spot, the number 5 spot, the number 6 spot, and the number 7 spot. So you got 10,
like
9,
eight.
8, 4, 3, and 1.
It's like a like an 8 at best. Knowing where it goes from there. But if
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
going based off the star, like DemoniK said,
Okay.
because 4
Yeah.
would be like, yo, that's Mankind.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we officially got 5 slots next. So I'm not gonna lie to you. One of these is a throwaway that I'm just gonna put out here now. Giant Gonzalez.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Oh,
bottom of the pack.
the,
I'm
Bottom
just
of the pack.
I
the
wanted y'all
image
to do
didn't
this.
pop
I'm
in
not
my
gonna
head
lie to
until
you.
you said it.
I just wanted to be put there just so y'all can forcefully have to put it at 1 or 10. So now
Put him at the bottom of the pack.
I appreciate y'all
I
for
I still try to figure out that whole like what was the character?
I don't even think Vince knew what the character was.
It's like you're tall. I gotcha.
all right. So now we gonna go Kane.
Ooh.
Glenn
So we talking
Jacobs.
about when Kane first debuted?
Yep.
Okay.
It's gotta be Kane.
Mm-hmm.
That version. I mean, I talk about this every time. That was the first wrestler I ever seen live. So hearing his actual theme song and everything just explodes, you kind of lose yourself in the middle of that, and now you looking around for help. Definitely was, damn, Kane, Glenn Jacobs.
Just remember, I ain't finished naming off people.
Oh, I know.
So be careful where y'all placing it now, because remember, y'all as a team are making this list.
Yeah,
What
kind of
spots do we
leaving
got
it.
left? Y'all got 10, 9, 4, and 3.
I think 4. Say 4.
I was gonna say 4. Yeah. I wish we could put him a bit higher, but
Yeah, 4 is good.
Right.
4, I feel like it's perfect for him.
For Kane? Okay.
Have to
Okay.
switch it probably. I mean, Kevin Thorne.
Yeah, I would say there's somebody
Wherever
I feel like we
Kevin
can switch
Thorne
out for him, but
is, yeah.
too late at this point. But we can still put him up there.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Alistair Black, Malachi Black.
Ooh,
No, I'm a heavy advocate for that. I was watching the so when he was Tommy in, that was more along the lines of he gonna come in, he gonna actually fight you without the whole dark persona added to it, but you know he still had that certain type of edge to him. Then when he did the NXT run for the Aleister Black, it was more along the lines of, all right, we're getting more into.
I bet. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had a few minor technical difficulties, but we are still here with our boy DemoniK. So, you know, we are gonna get back into where we gonna put Alistair Black again. Chris, you said you wanted to put him where?
I'm gonna need some team effort on this one. It wasn't. I'm not saying that it wasn't as pivotal because the stuff that he has done behind the scenes has been very pivotal. I've been watching. He has. I think it's called Black Craft, his own promotion, and he runs like a little small show showing his students and everything on YouTube. And it's actually a good watch. It's a good go through. I mean, most of the vignettes are done in black and white, but it doesn't just pertain to one type of wrestling style. It's literally every style of fighting whatsoever there has ever been in just one promotion.
True.
But like you said, it's just going based off the character, and we only have about 9, 10, 2, and 1, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Terrible for me to have to put him at a number 2 on this list.
I was gonna
No,
say
no.
too.
See, here's the thing though. It's only 10, 9, and 3. So
Oh.
Alistair
10,
Black
9,
had to be a 3.
Okay,
3.
three's not
Which
bad.
makes sense.
Yeah, no, three's not bad.
Which makes sense on this list. Even though Papa Shango ahead of Alistair Black is crazy.
I mean,
I'm just saying, if
Papa
if
Shango
Alistair Black's
done.
Black Mass at least
Yeah.
like shits on at least like 30% of what Papa Shango did. It's like
Hey, career
minus
wise.
that. The only thing that you can convince me for him is literally the fact that what is it? Yeah, he made the Ultimate Warrior throw up. That's the only dark magic shit that you can convince me for him. If Alistair Black came up in that era where the Black Mass would have been a thing and he would have hit that shit on Papa Shango,
Yeah, I think honestly he would have been trading more of like a missed back and back with that.
like
He's
he
already
would have kicked Shango's
helped
shit
change certain
loose.
characters.
But it's okay. It's okay. I mean, Alistair Black got to go right here just because now y'all got.
I'll say
Nah,
Alistair from NXT, not Malachi, current AEW.
I mean, you could have did the first month of him in AEW. I mean, new name, or you could have did rookie upstart. I mean, either one.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so y'all literally only got number 9 and number 10 left. Undertaker.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
That's not even a question. That's a 10.
It's hard
That's
to
a
argue
10.
that, bro.
We don't even got to debate that one. Any era of Undertaker.
You know what, Brajan? You too goddamn smart for me. Because that means number 9 will be going to the Boogeyman.
Which perfectly fits him. Yeah, Boogeyman. Boy, that motherfucker used to scare me as a child.
All right, so
pop
to
out
go
with
back,
some worms.
I ain't never look at worms the same since.
you know,
Yeah,
All right,
everybody,
so I'm gonna read off this list one more time, and I'm gonna give you guys as a team the chance to switch out any of these. Y'all only got 5 moves that y'all can do. So
that's respectful.
we got Undertaker, Boogeyman, Mankind, Gangrel, Papa Shango, Abyss, Kane, Aleister Black, Kevin Thorne, John Gonzalez. Does anybody want to move
Now that I hear the
anybody
list back,
around in this list?
I mean, I'll probably say move Kane up a little, but then it's still like
I
Kane
feel like
didn't
we can
really
put
come in
Kane
until
above
after.
Gangrel.
Yeah, he didn't come in until after Undertaker already made that staple and everything. And had they not messed up with the whole name change, she probably wouldn't even been Kane.
Yeah, probably. All right. Demonic, what you think?
I'm all for bringing Kane up too.
Hmm.
We gotta bring up Kane.
Okay. So Kane would be leaving the number 4 spot, taking what position on this list?
Who's pretty much above him right now? Gangrel,
Papa Shango,
Papa
Abyss,
Shango,
the Boogeyman.
I feel like the Boogeyman is good at 9. I feel like we can switch out Kane and Gangrel because, like, as much as Gangrel is essential in, like, you know, the whole kind of, like, you know, dark era and kind of spookiness to it, Kane is more vital to that than he was.
Fair. Fair. All right. We agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after the first few years. He showed you based off entrance. Like
Yeah, Kane leaving the ring.
Somebody going to get hurt.
Yeah, Kane always had the best exit the ring.
Just everything about it.
Just like I give him that.
I'm kind of sad I didn't hear a few names. We should have an honorable mentions. I'm quite sure we got some extra names we can come up with.
Don't get mad at me. Y'all blame Bleacher Report.
Yeah, that's a list that they make. We got to
team.
start making our own list.
I was gonna say that is their list. I am not. Y'all get mad at them.
Because this one guy that can have a great match with all of them, but seeing as his name wasn't on that list, Mil Muertes.
Who?
Mil Muertes. I'm gonna send you some stuff. I got you. And then,
I feel like I've heard the name, but I can't put it
when
face
Jeff
right
Cobb was in Lucha Underground, it was like Matanza Cueto. I believe that was his persona in there. He had the mask and everything.
Wait, we talking about the dude who looked like Bane?
Yes, that was Jeff Cobb.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see, I never watched it too much. Like I seen the clip where he hit Rey Mysterio with a move, and I was like, damn, is Rey dead?
Yes. Wrath of the Gods. That's some shit you rarely see, but that was like a peak time for just California wrestling at that time. But it was still more we getting the names out there. That's kind of how we got Sammy Guevara, Brian Cage. They got a little bit more screen time with that. Even Santos Escobar.
Oh yeah, Io Scott. Yep. She was there at least once or twice. She had a match with Penta.
Yep.
Like it's a lot of people who come through for Lucha Underground that like I'd be impressed, like seeing like they can how ruthless they can be because John Morrison in there. I was like, damn.
Yeah, and it was a good run in that time, seeing as how the temple was something different. It wasn't just being done everywhere else. Like, all right, you're gonna see the same style of wrestling everywhere, where it's gonna be something that's half comedic in the middle of it going on and you don't really understand. And that was really people's first introduction to seeing DemoniK in the ring doing something.
Right. So We got Undertaker, Boogeyman, Mankind, Kane, Papa Shango, Abyss, Grand Grail, Alistair Black, Kevin Thorne, Giant Gonzalez. Is they all confident in that list, or y'all want to make another change? Y'all got four.
I'm gonna let them choose and we make another change.
I think it's all right now.
All right, we agreeing on that.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought saving Boogie last was gonna come back and bite y'all in the ass, but it didn't. I take it. I take it. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get into a few more questions with you, DemoniK. So getting into it, I want to ask you about what's the guy that who has the darker personality gimmicks that you feel don't get enough credit for it. We just named off a list of guys, that was said like top 10. And Chris showed some guys that he said it was a few guys that were missing from that. Do you feel like it's a few other guys that don't get the credit they deserve?
There's a bunch of guys that should be on that list. Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
can't forget about Kevin Sullivan.
He was one of the first ones to do it. Uh, it's kind of a shame that Fiend's not on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sting is the Crow Sting. Geez, there's a bunch. Mortis.
You know, I I ain't got much to say on it. I mean, that's their world. They rocking with it like that. They rocking with it like that. But
That's three or
it's
four off the top of my head, I would say.
happened. Let's just see what this list was. Okay, this might be a little outdated. This was 2018.
Oh yeah, far outdated.
Okay, so this is pretty outdated. Okay. All right. And then Bray, you got any other questions you want to
Yeah.
finish up with?
DemoniK, who would you say were like some of your hugest inspirations to like want to choose like a darker persona for your wrestling personality?
Well, a lot of the guys that we just mentioned. Mortis was 90s WCW. That's Kiss King. That was a Mortal Kombat based character, a little darker. Kane, The Undertaker, Sting, of course, Bray Wyatt. There's been a bunch of different things. I'm trying to do my own thing. My hope is I want to do a vengeance speech. So if you're wronged, you can bargain with. I will take up your cause, so to speak. Um, Ideally, that's what I'd want to do. But I mean, ultimately, you do what the promoter asks. Right?
Right. And Chris, what you got next?
Pretty much. I always definitely look into like the move set and everything. Is there something that you have been working on that maybe the people haven't seen yet that you plan on bringing out the bag?
Because we train every week, we are constantly working on stuff. One of the videos that's on my socials, you see me hitting that lung blower on Santana. That's new. But in training, something that I'm working on is Hell's Gate.
Oh, yeah, get that technical side. Yeah, definitely.
You know,
I see DemoniK in
gonna
that.
be a clean
Take over the
move.
pure division.
That's gonna be a clean move when you whip it out, because not too many people do that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many more people do the snake eyes anymore either. Like that makes me mad that nobody does snake eyes. Like that's such like a classic move.
It's a good setup, but new age wrestling, or you get the people that be like, oh, it's not wrestling, and I they
You
complain
know,
about the same product that we grew up watching, or even went to see something completely different adjacent from that, and still find a way to complain about it instead of, okay, let me see what's so different about this type of wrestling, what's different about this style of wrestling.
okay, okay. And then so we got our final question for you right here. Um, so Fantana and Wesley Pipes being some of the guys that helped you out in your career and everything like that. You know, again, sharing the ring with guys like El Fuego Dragon, you know, guys like guys like that. When being able to say that you've been in matches with very developed veterans and everything, how do you feel more about the tips and success that they gave you? Like, where does that put you like in the future, knowing like what's going to happen? Like, do you feel like you can give the same guidance and the same wisdom that those guys gave you during your time starting, that a future rookie would take and run well with?
Uh, Absolutely. Like we have new students come into the training center sometimes, and the important thing to do is to make them feel welcome, make them feel like they can be part of the team immediately. Um, that's kind of been my experience, is that everybody has been welcoming, friendly. I've been lucky that I haven't encountered too much of egos or anything like that. My experience has been very positive. But some of that is 'cause I'm older, right? Like I'm, I'm not some 20-something-year-old kid trying to navigate.
Right.
So it's one of those things where you know when to be respectful, you know when to be quiet, you know when to put in your 2 cents.
Right, right. And I love that. Again, being able to, be a upstart, being able to live out your dream in your, 40s and everything, being a father, going through the situations that you have with your partner, and being able to say you've been able to grow as a person with wrestling, being able to work with guys the likes of Fantana, who we just love, just prospering through it and everything, having that fan interaction, kids coming up to you, wanting to get pictures with you. Like, it just shows that, your character is such a great character for, starting out and everything, just because I know that once you really get your feet on the ground and, get the ball rolling, I know that, I'll be seeing this mass coming over to the States having a few matches. So that's just dope to be able to talk with you and be able to see exactly what the future holds for you. So if you would like, please promote yourself a little bit more, let everybody know where they can find you on.
Okay. On Instagram and TikTok, I'm at Pray2Demonic. That's Pray number two Demonic with a K. And then on Facebook, I'm Demonic Wrestling.
Okay, okay, okay. Do we got anything that we should be looking out for here in the future? Any wrestling matches coming up?
Basically, one thing I do want to mention is I've never actually been in the CCW with Santana. I am open to it, of course, but most
Mm-hmm.
times I spend my time at IHW, Real Savage Pro Wrestling, Island Pro Wrestling. That's where I spend most of my time.
Okay, okay. Okay, my apologies. My apologies.
I do
Seeing
have a match coming up on
some of his matches, on his cage match website, I think it needs to be fixed up then, because it shows that you guys have matches out there. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to get that. We gonna have to get that website checked out and everything because it definitely said Capital City Wrestling. So that's misinformation and everything. He will probably leave some of his link. We'll leave some of his links below just so you guys can check out some of his social medias and get a chance to catch up with DemoniK. He seems like once you see his page and everything, you'll see that he puts in the hard work. He started from the ground up on his character. You can see it through the entire pages of his stories and everything. Like he's been putting up some good stuff. So by all means, check out some of the socials. Just be on the lookout for some more demonic action. And yeah, again, we just really want to say thank you one more time to our guest demonic. Let's give that man a round of applause. We appreciate you for your time, man, and we're looking forward to catch some more stuff from you, man. We appreciate you.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Next match is March 22nd at the Sport Gift Center in Point La France. Real Savage Pro Wrestling. I don't know my match details yet, but there's also a battle royal for the crown that night. So, hey, maybe next time you see me, I'll be the team.
Hey, man, we're gonna be looking out for that just because we we became full believers in you, the upstart side of it, just because you seem such like a down to earth guy, with a sense of what he's doing, and just being able to show that people can follow their dreams. Like they don't have to give up on it just because of their age and everything. Like if you're able to get up and do it, and be able to live that life, be able to go to bed every day knowing you made the decision to do this and it's working, never quit it. So it doesn't seem like you're doing that at all. So I know that we're gonna be able to see you here in the future and everything. So again, we appreciate you and thank you so much for coming on, man.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And there's a big things for everybody. Love the show. And all the best going forward, guys.
Yes, sir. We definitely, want to work on doing something again in the future. Bringing you back in. After, even if it's like 10 matches later, if you want to do something, after, a little bit before that, we'd love to have you back on the show. Get some more talks and everything.
Sounds good, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem, man. Appreciate it, bro.